Now we will see the renal causes of anuria. Renal causes of anuria, it is also called as acute renal anuria, or another name for this is acute tubular necrosis. It is asked as a separate 5-mark short note. If the renal failure is not asked as a 10-mark 20-mark question, it can be asked as a separate 5-mark short note, acute tubular necrosis. Now here you got, I have explained you the 3 groups of causes. First is pre-renal, that is there is problem in the systemic circulation, because of which the adequate amount or adequate blood pressure is not maintained in the glomerulus, so the formation of urine is suppressed or it fails. Now second group of causes is renal causes, where the actual pathology is in the kidney, and the condition is also called as acute tubular necrosis. Now just we have seen in the pre-renal causes, severe shock. If the severe shock is continued or maintained for more than 2 hours, it will cause irreversible damage to the kidney, and that pre-renal cause will now cause the renal cause, will become the renal cause of anuria. So severe shock for more than 2 hours. Then incompatible blood transfusion, as you have studied it in pathology. If the incompatible blood transfusion, that means the person receives the blood from different blood group, maybe positive, negative, or any type of incompatibility. If the incompatible blood transfusion is there, whatever the products will be developed because of that damage to the RBCs and all, they all will be carried in large amount to be excreted through the kidney. That's why it will cause renal damage. It will cause damage to the nephron. Then bilateral pyelonephritis. The person suffering from bilateral pyelonephritis will also cause damage to the both the kidneys. Crush syndrome. This is again another condition where the name only tells you when the large muscle masses are crushed. Maybe the person has been run over, म्हणजे हातावरून पायावरून गाडी गेली आहे, गाडीचं चाक गेले, the limb has been badly crushed, or in the machinery, in the industry or any factory, the large muscle groups have been crushed badly in the industrial accident or in the road traffic accident, where these muscle masses have been crushed. So large amount of myoglobin will be released from these damaged muscles, and these myoglobin protein, these myoglobins will be absorbed, or it will be sucked into the damaged capillaries. Along with the muscle masses, the capillaries will also be damaged. So through these open capillaries, large amount of myoglobin will be absorbed into the circulation, and this large amount of myoglobin to be excreted, for excretion it will be carried to the kidneys, and the large amount of this myoglobin will not be handled by the kidneys, and it will cause renal anuria. Then concealed or accidental hemorrhage. In case of accidental hemorrhages like abortion, again it will damage the kidney. Then certain poisons, what we call it as nephrotoxic substances, as we have studied it in second year in toxicology. There are some poisons which are harmful or dangerous to the kidney, like mercury, carbon tetrachloride. Then media used for aortography. You know aortography, that medium is injected through the vein. Intravenous radio opaque dye is injected into the circulation, and those images are taken. Any person can be allergic to that dye used for aortography or angiography, and it can, while it is being excreted to the kidney, it can cause damage to the kidney and will cause renal anuria. Then jaundice. What happens in jaundice? That large amount of bilirubin and all those end products, metabolic products, will be carried through the kidneys, and they will damage the kidney. Then bacteremic shock. Any person is suffering from bacteremia, severe bacteremia or septicemia, those large amount of toxins and bacteria will be carried to the kidney, and they will damage the nephron locally. Then there are certain drugs which are considered as nephrotoxic. If they are consumed in large dose or for a prolonged period, they can cause renal damage. And the examples are aminoglycosides, means injection amikacin, you might have heard, that is the allopathic antibiotic used, aminoglycoside. And another combination is cephalosporins. You know cephalosporins like cefixime, cefotaxime and all. So many cephalosporins are there, its groups are there. If these cephalosporins are used along with the diuretic furosemide, it can cause renal damage. So aminoglycoside for prolonged period, it can damage the kidney, and cephalosporin, if it is used along with the furosemide diuretic, that is Lasix, you know the trade name Lasix. If the cephalosporin is used along with the Lasix or furosemide, it can damage the kidney. Then surgery. The surgery, because of any abdominal surgery, the kidney might have been damaged. There can be some traumatic injury to the kidney during surgery, and it can also cause renal anuria. Pelvic malignancy. If there is any malignancy within the pelvis, like of the bladder or uterus or fallopian tube, anything, or even the large colon, large intestine, if there is any pelvic malignancy, it can damage the kidneys, causing renal anuria. Retroperitoneal fibrosis. Now you know kidney and ureters are retroperitoneal structures. So any fibrotic changes in the retroperitoneal space, it can damage the kidney, causing anuria. So these are the causes of acute tubular necrosis or anuria which is of renal origin. Systemic circulation is fine, there is no any hypotension, there is no any abnormality in the conduction of the urine in the ureters and in the bladder or even in the urethra, but the abnormality is within the kidney itself, and all these causes are called as renal causes, and the condition is called as acute tubular necrosis. It is asked as a separate 5-mark short note.